So in my last What Makes It Great video, we covered a lot of crazy beasts in Far Cry Primal, and while playing alongside massive woolly mammoths is fun and exciting, today we'll be taking a major step up from saber-toothed tigers, kittens. To be honest, I don't think these two games could be any farther apart. Today's video will be about the infamous game Stray. This game popped up a couple months ago and instantly took the world's heart all single-handedly by this guy right here. And while the reviews for this game are mixed, once you get past all the cat talk, the game has a lot of perfectly executed themes and concepts. So without any more delay, let's jump in. Today we'll be diving into the world of Stray, going past all the cat cuteness to find and explore what makes Stray great. Don't forget to subscribe. So in this video, there are going to be chapters. Links are in the description if you want to watch a specific chapter, but I mean, come on, this isn't your first YouTube video, so let's go. One of the most important parts of making a good and engaging TV show is pacing. You don't want it to be too slow or too fast, but somewhere right in the middle, if you know what I mean. And you want to make it to look good. I mean, my god. And the same goes for video games. Pacing is vital to keeping people playing the game, and Stray has this down. There's enough tense and edge-of-your-seat action in the game that keeps you engaged and interested, but also a good amount of peaceful free time in between where you can go out and explore and get connected to this world, which is something I'll get into in a second. The pacing of Stray is very well handled. There's just enough action time or puzzle time that keeps you interested, but not too much to the point where it feels like a job to play the game. And there's enough free time where you can go walk around, where you get a rest, you get to engage to the world, but not too much where it feels like the game is just walking around as a cat rubbing against robot legs, if you know what I mean. Now this section is different from the world section coming up in a second, though they are very similar, there's a difference, I promise. The atmosphere of the game, or feelings and first impressions you get when you walk into a place for the first time in Stray, is great. The sound quality of the game, I mean, you can hear those little cat paws as they stroll across and through crazy parts of this robot dystopian world. The ambience of the game makes it so that even if you were to just sit on a pipe somewhere, the game would still be beautiful. It's immersive, and for this kind of game, that really works well. This isn't Cyberpunk, where you have Atom Smasher wreaking havoc, or Far Cry Primal, where if you make a wrong turn, you might end up in a woolly mammoth's den, or whatever. This is Stray. You play as a cat slowly making her way back up to the surface after she got separated from her family. You play this differently than you would Elden Ring. Hey, stop the music, it's not time yet. Though it definitely has its intense action scenes that have you using all brain cells possible, it's not the same. It's more of a peaceful game that you play and enjoy. And getting it to be immersive any way possible, that means audio, graphics, dialogue, characters, maps, all of it. It's very important to this kind of game, and Stray nailed it. Have you ever sat down and played a game and the first thing you take away from it is, yeah, a lot of love and care went into this game? That right there practically, perfectly describes Stray. The company behind Stray, Blue 12, put loads of love into this game, and I can only imagine what the behind the scenes would have looked like. I hear there are about 20 different cats who all helped in making this game. That's gotta be the cutest thing ever, seeing a whole bunch of cats running around, little cat-sized mocap suits. The world in Stray is filled with tiny details. Each and every map, even the smallest, least important part of the city, feels like it could be some kind of real dystopian city way out there, somewhere. Or your TV or monitor is a portal to this world. There's so much to do, there's so much to explore, it feels like a real world, no matter how outlandish it might be. It's special, which leads us to our next chapter, Hey, don't cut me off, sheesh. Building off of the care and love that went into this game, this is only made more clear by the different interactions you can carry out. Walking past a random robot will give you the chance to rub against their leg, or maybe you want to snuggle with one. Or, even more accurate to real life, you might want to push a random object off a ledge onto someone's head. I never was the same after that day. See, it's interactions like these, and so many more out there, that not only make it clear that love and care went into this game, but it makes Stray a game that's just special. Now there are many other games out there that nailed this too. I can name a few like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order with all the different interactions you can have with BD1. It also has a very similar kind of gameplay with all the puzzles and stuff, but these games don't have a cat as the main character. So right off the bat you get something very special. And it's only amplified by the small, not important interactions you can carry out. The animations in Stray are amazing. While there aren't many games out there that have you playing as a cat, it's never felt so real before. The animations are absolutely stunning and beautiful. Whether it's something as simple as jumping onto a pipe, it looks amazing. I can almost feel the cat just jumping up there. Look at them go. Now factor in the ambience of the world and you get a game that's as close to reality as a camera recording a video of a real cat jumping onto a real pipe. Real jumping too. Stray is simply special. Now, while the main point of this video is talking about the greatness of the game, it too is like almost all games out there, not perfect. While it did nail a lot of very important themes like the ambience and the specialness of the world, it's not that way all around. While the story has plenty of room for deep emotional connection and attachment, the game doesn't really use it. The story being that the cat we play as is trying to get back up to her family. The cat seems okay with being down here. I mean, though it is actively trying to get back up, it just kinda comes off as a cat who's content with being separated. Now, one way they could have used and made use of all that room for deep emotional connection is adding scenes where the cat is thinking about her family, or maybe gets sad when she looks up. And if you're saying they didn't do that because they wanted to make this game more realistic because cats don't get sad, then what the heck is that? That ain't real. And for any of you cat lovers out here who instantly bought or pre-ordered the game just because you thought you maybe saw a cat somewhere in there, maybe, don't be fooled. The presence of a cat somewhere in a video game doesn't mean the game is perfect unless it's Elden Ring Chronicles of the Cat. Then it's perfect. Speaking of Elden Ring, yeah. I'm not even gonna say anything this time. I mean, we've already done this so many times, you already know what's going on. I'm just gonna let the music play awkwardly now. Yeah, that's good fun. That's a sick dragon, quite literally. If you've made it this far into the video, then I think it's time I open up about something. Back when I was a little kid, I played a game called Battle Block Theater. I got emotionally invested in it. I cared about the characters. I wanted them all to make it off the island alive and happy. But the cats, the evil cats, took that away from me. The happiest of them all, Hattie Haddington, was taken from me. They ripped a hole in my heart that hasn't been healed. Those evil cats. So while I might talk about how cute the cat in Stray is, they're all evil. It's all part of a massive invasion. Cats are evil and way smarter than you think. Be ready, for the day they rise up and take the world is coming. So, what do you think? I hope you enjoyed that video that almost went through as many postpones as Cyberpunk did, but it's here. Next up will be a video about Apex Legends, I think, okay? It's not official yet. We'll see, I think. And guys, can we all get together and vote for EA to make Revenant the newest legend for Apex Mobile? I mean, come on guys, I've waited years for this. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and remember, life is short. Play great games. Hey, remember this video? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw it away. As of a couple months ago, Cyberpunk 2077 was the most expensive game in video game history, but also one of the saddest flops. While walking down a beautiful neon-lit street in Night City gave you a bittersweet feeling because no matter how immersive or beautiful or realistic it was, you never knew when the next bug would just pop out of nowhere and ruin the moment. Cyberpunk 2077 was hyped up to be a